You're live from location. It's your boy SK coming out here. Hey, I'm out here to Diddy Trial. Let me tell you something. It is hot as fish grease out here already. Degrees today, and they feel every bit of it already. Alright, so he's gonna open the doors up a little bit. I'm gonna show y'all what's going on out here. See that? It's the line. A couple of podcasters, a couple of people. Alright. Catch y'all up to speed. So last week, Brenden Paul testified. Now, Brenden Paul was the young white man who played basketball at Syracuse who got caught with drugs at the airport. Diddy's drug mule. All right. Come to find out, he wasn't a drug mule at all. All right. Brenden Paul was Diddy's personal assistant. Okay. He was Diddy's personal assistant. Now, what happened was, he said that he saw basically Diddy had a quarter of some coke laid around. He picked it up and was like, oh, let me grab this before it's just laying around. Put it in his pocket. Got to the airport. The guy was in his pocket. Got searched. They got found. Boom. All right. So the whole speculation going up into this was that Brenden Paul was going to basically be a key witness and a snitch. Brenden Paul was none of that. Brenden Paul got there, told the truth. Basically, he was Diddy's personal assistant for about 18 months. Testified to basically working, doing various jobs. They asked him how many times he had to get drugs for Diddy. He said 7 to 10, always in low quantity. He testified to having to set up king nights, which was another term for the freak-offs. Basically, he would set up the rooms and clean the rooms for the freak-offs. What up, Vontae? So he set up the rooms for the freak-offs and whatnot. Now, a key thing in his testimony, they asked him, how did Jane Doe react before or after the king nights? In other words, did she seem in distress in any form or fashion? And he testified unequivocally, no, she was not. So, what else they asked him? They asked him about that. They asked him about what tasks he had to do for Diddy, some personal tasks. They asked him, if Diddy made him do drugs. A couple times he said like he had to take some coke for Diddy, type of thing like that. But that was pretty much it. Like, it kind of like was one of them cases where it's kind of scratching your head like, oh yeah, he had immunity, but he didn't testify nothing. They was like, how did you get off your charges? He was like, I had a really good lawyer, and basically he did some community service, and basically got first offender, and it was kind of thrown out. So he really ain't, he was like, like, I got immunity, but like I haven't really done nothing like that. So he testified, asked him, had he seen any violence from Diddy? He said he hadn't. And that pretty much was it for his testimony. Like, it wasn't the hold your breath kind of anticipatory thing you thought it was going to be. It was very much so kind of like routine to a degree. So it was like, oh, all right. So going forward, initially, now I'm going to tell you, the defense initially said they were going to need 2 to 3 weeks for their defense, to put their defense, lay the defense out. But they have recently basically told the judge and the court that they need 2 days. They say they need 2 days to basically state their case. Now, your boy has the inside information. Peep game now. I'm giving you real insight information on this now. The boy got real sources. The defense believe that they feel they're good. They feel like they created reasonable doubt. They believe they've created reasonable doubt on the RICO. They feel like on the RICO it's created reasonable doubt, and that it basically doesn't line up with RICO. They basically feel like it's enough holes in there to where it doesn't line up for RICO. On the sex trafficking, they think because of text messages and inconsistencies, like they've created enough to show that sex trafficking, like the sex was consensual. Like based on text messages, recordings, things like that, they basically show that the sex was for the most part consensual. There was no coercion. As far now, it's inside information now. I'm telling you what what inside information is telling me. As far as the interstate prostitution, their spill is going to be that Diddy was hiring these men to be entertainers. He wasn't hiring them to be prostitutes. In other words, he hired them to come dance or perform, and then basically what happened after that just happened to happen. But they're being hired was to basically be performers. Because even the agency he hired the people for, they basically were hiring like private dancers, like male entertainers, and then shit would pop off from there. So I let people in. I gotta go, y'all. I ain't. Yeah, they're in that 14 minutes. I'm in the overflow. Yeah, I'm in the overflow room. It's all good. I ain't tripping. So yeah. So listen. That's they spill right now. Do I buy that? That's a hard sell for me. But that's what they're gonna sell. That's what they're gonna sell. So they only need 2 days. They're not calling any witnesses to the stand. They're gonna basically kind of like show text messages, things of that nature, and then basically let it rock from there. Like they just gonna kind of go with what they go with. Diddy not taking a stand. They're not calling any witnesses. They didn't take a stand. They ain't doing none of that. So it's gonna rock from there. But they opening the doors now, so we gonna get up there, kind of see what's good. I'm gonna check back with y'all. All right, SK out.